Huh. So that's what I would have looked like if I was in Mad Max. Still waiting on that one, Hasbro's. Takara told me. Dumbasses. Hey, what's up, my little hunters? It's your boy Mikiri Shioto, and today I'm going to be reviewing for you the Archecore. All that stuff. Frostlight. I am not going to try and pronounce it. It's Archimeros type 03AY dash that stuff. So, let us first look at the box before we get to the figure. So, I will say right now, figure does not come in box. Gotta buy it separately. It pisses me off. It's bullshit. Just that camera angle ever so slightly. It's bullshit. Got our obligatory product shots. He is a combiner. Waiting on the other pieces so I can get this thing. And it has a little thing down here. I don't read Japanese. If any of our Japanese cousins want to tell me what that says, by all means, please do. Vehicle mode, robot mode, got die cast. Other side of the box. Front, he is for 15 years of age, choking hazard, not for children under 3. Those are the 3 places you can go to. This is what's in the box: 2 knives, a shield, and a hammer, and the figure itself. And on the top, you just get that really cool Archecore toys, whatnot, and go away. So moving right on into it, this is not Archecore, Frostlight. For the record, I will not be calling it that. That is the lamest name you could ever name something that looks like this. This is mulnaisier, as a mixture of Mjolnir and Aesir. Aesir being the technical name for the Nordic gods, and Mjolnir as in Hammer of Thor. This thing uses a hammer. Whatever. So, vehicle mode is arguably one of the most badass semi-trucks you will ever see. Imagine this coming barreling down at you. You should really only have one thought: get the hell out of the way, or I'm dead. Get some close-ups on the details. Die-cast smokestacks. As I said, this figure does not come with the smaller figures, so I can't give you a size comparison in that department. I will give you a size comparison in the robot mode, and in the other department, there's his giant shield. The knives are stored right there, which will become something very cool later on. Yeah, if you want to get this thing open, it is a bit of a challenge. But, yeah. Whoops, forgot to put the seat down. Gentlemen. Ladies, you know how that is. You're always accusing those guys of not putting down the toilet seat. Well, welcome to it. I just forgot to put down the seat entirely. You can also push this down. I don't know why you would want to do that, but whatever. I got this from BigBadToyStore.com. No, not sponsored. Wish I was. And apparently this guy's part of the Bear Clan, because that's a big friggin' bear right there on the front. Plus bear paw. Yeah. Although, admittedly, that kind of looks like the front of an airplane to me. But whatever. So, there's vehicle mode. He does roll back and forth. The tires are rubber. Yeah. Also, pardon my sniffling and If I don't manage to do it, pause for the coughs. So yeah, let's do some vehicular size comparisons. I will push this forward because I just realized that it's a purple line across the screen. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to see the bin that I'm using. So, vehicle mode. So here is I believe this is Cybertron Optimus Prime. Back you up so you can see. They're about the same length, about bumper to bumper. Mulnaisier is actually quite a bit longer. There's them bumper to bumper. And tail exceeds. Technically an unfair comparison, but him against this IDW slash Robotech, Revotech, whatever. Is it Robotech or Revotech? Whatever. Those of you who know. Yeah, the combination. Lengthwise, widthwise, yeah. So, moving on to actually, just for the hell of it, let's do Armada Prime, who's kind of the same width, but let's be honest, way shorter. Wide enough, not long enough. Sucks to be that Optimus. Anyway, so let's get on to the review. So, we've shown off all of the stuff. Let's get down to transformation, shall we? So, first off, you gotta remove the shield. We'll look at that right now, actually. Yeah, not really much to say about it at this point. Yeah, it's a shield with a bear paw logo. Doesn't matter which way you put it, it's gonna be a bear paw. And then we have the all-important hammer. If it'll let go of his foot, or if his foot will let go of it, I'm not sure how. Yep. We'll look at the accessories further later on. So, transformation. So, what you're going to do, flip out the toes. And this is my way. For the record, this is just my way. You can do it however you want. Your toy. As always, play with how you want. I will say, I kind of like that they pulled, it seems like they did anyway, they pulled a lot of inspiration from Optimus. Like, I'm getting, even now, and I didn't really look into it, but heavy Optimus Prime vibes here, guys. Heavy Optimus Prime vibes. So heavy on the prime time. And we'll just untab these here. Yeah, he's kind of a easy transformation. If y'all were looking for a complicated transformer, unfortunately, this guy kind of is and kind of isn't. He's a mixed bag, and one of his knives just flew down into the nothingness that is the abyss. So, now we're just gonna, set up some stuff. Sorry guys, just realized you could not see what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing. You can't. Yep. And there we go. Backed it up a little bit, sort of. So I'm gonna pull this here, fold it down, fold this up, out, rotate, fold, push in, and then you'll hear a little click. That's how you know this part's done. Click that there, flop, boom. One leg done, time to finish off the second one. Fair warning, when you go to get him, this is as far as you're going to get his legs to be. He cannot get his legs any closer, so don't bother that. Just so you guys know. The more you know, right? Right. So, next, lift up the arms. Whoops. Come on, mulnaisier. Don't do this to me, dude. You weren't fighting with me earlier. Come on, mulnaisier. There we go. So once that's all said and done, just push back. I will lift up his arms so you can see what I'm doing. So there are these itty bitty tabs right here. There's nothing that's going to connect to this as far as I know. Yep, nope. It's just going to connect to those two tabs. There's a tab right here, goes into a port right there. Then you just give it a good squeeze. Oh wait, I stand corrected. I almost skipped a part. One second, guys. Okay. Slight error. You have to push this forward, then connect. Since you're here, fold these up so you can see what it used to look like. Fold it up. Head is in here. You're going to grab the sides or just stick your finger in there. Rotate. I prefer to go this way. Up. Then bring these quote-unquote wings back. And technically speaking, he's supposed to, as far as I remember, because I saw this in a stop motion / review, he is supposed to actually connect. These are supposed to clip on, but that kind of messes with his head conditions. So don't clip it in, just let it rest. So this little clippy bit right there is actually not going to clip. You're just going to set it down, connect the head, close the back panels. Moving on to the arms, I kind of skipped over it, but we'll do it from here. So just rotate, there you go. And you got one arm done. So now that we can actually show you guys, come over here, and in vehicle mode, his arm will be pretty much like this. So what you're going to do is just rotate it along the joint / wheel, and you'll see that there are these little holes, pegs. Peg it in, flip out the hand, and you're all done. And then for the head, you just pull it up, bring it. There's a little, and I mean little itty bitty hole right there. That little peg on his neck. So what you're gonna do is quite literally snap it in there. That's all locked. And the last part of transformation, horns. Now the instructions say to put it all the way forward. I say he looks a lot like Thor, so have him right about there. Or if you're wanting to go for a dwarf, because he kind of looks like one too, leave him right there. And then he looks like Gimli. But that is mulnaisier. So let's get his leg finished. I don't know why this leg is further back than the other one. So there he is, guys. Oops, forgot to put his horns back. There we go. Now some of you will draw the comparison that this guy looks a lot like he belongs in the world of Warhammer 40k, and to a degree, I agree. To a degree, I agree with you. He does, especially in the way his weapon loadout is. I mean, literally, he has knives in his calves. There are knives in his calves, guys. So he's definitely ready for a fight. And then, unfortunately, his eyes do not light up. So you're gonna have to, if you want him to give off that nice blue glint, you're gonna have to find the right lighting for him. I, thus far, have not found the correct type of lighting, nor the right lighting setup. So, but let us get to the funner part. So, this lovely little thing, just gonna connect right there. And this is robotic storage. Boom. There you go. Hammer. Technically, there is no storage for the hammer that I've discovered thus far. Unless you want to take, whoops, sorry. No storage for the hammer unless you want to take this and just kind of, bend it. I stand corrected. You can't even connect it there. Can't connect it to the shield. Can't connect it to his side. Nope. So no hammer storage, unfortunately. No hammer storage. But what you can do, depending on who you ask, what you should do is just have him hold it. So his hands are helpful in that there's a peg right here and a peg right there, or holes for the pegs. So what you're going to do, take the hammer, has these little notches on the side, just slot it into his hand. Might be a little bit trickier. Close the fingers, close the hand, boom. He has his hammer. And now your Frostlight, if you choose to stick with that name, my mulnaisier, is fully set. Now, onto articulation, because, yeah. So, hand can only fold out about that far. Arm does rotate. Hand rotates, pivots that far. Has a double jointed elbow. It is ratcheted. As you can see, ratcheted shoulder, 2 positions. That is the die cast portion of him. So that's as far as his arm's going to go that way. And that's as far as his arm is going to go down. I don't know why this is a thing. Probably because, as you saw in the box, he is a combiner. So, but only time will tell that one. Fix the leg right there. Fingers, the thumb is articulated right here. You can go up, down, bend right there. Unfortunately, this is the thing I don't like. He can go like this. Y'all remember this setup? He had 1 finger that was independent and then 3 that were pretty much bonded. Kind of wish he had independent fingers. Does have waist swivel, no ab crunch, leg with body facing straight forward. Can go that far. Knee can get definitely 90 or past 90 degrees. No ankle pivot, unless you want to count that, but that's more transformation. Can move that far forward, that far back, and a rocker. And now for the size comparison. So let's set him here. Mostly just because I'm lazy. And I don't want to untransform Transformers right now. There is Cybertron, Megatron, Mulnaisier. They're about the same size, so he's about a deluxe class. Not deluxe class, leader class. He's not Titan class. Here he is with deluxe class Shockwave. It's a very good light piping. Yeah. There's like very little of a size comparison. Like literally, he could just pick up his hammer and thwack. And yeah. So, my apologies, guys. I actually forgot about this one. He also can move his shoulder backwards and forwards like that. But also, Cybertron Optimus. And in just a second, I will show you what may be one of the funniest scales in size comparisons. Okay, guys, I kid you not. This is genuinely funny to me, and possibly to you. So, Optimus, Shockwave, forgive the bumpies, I'm on carpet, Optimus, Mulnaisier, Megatron. I'm gonna stand as I want to extend. Megatron. There we go. So, yeah. And yet he breaks a pattern. This is what I mean, guys. Look. Head. About the chest section. Head. Chest section. Head. Almost actually at the head. Head. Chest section. Head. Chest section. So, that is my honest review. Just kidding. This is the end. So, that is my review of Mulnaisier, or Frostlight as the back or as the packaging says. Honestly, guys, I cannot sing this Transformers praise enough. He's articulatable enough to get some pretty decent shots if you're gonna try to make a stop motion. Phenomenal sculpting, paint job, awesome. He does come in the packaging robot moded. Weapons are not attached nor in his calves. Actually, just to give you guys a quick tidbit of coolness. Fucker's got 2 Bowie knives. This motherfucker has 2 fucking Bowie knives in each fold-up Bowie knives, no less, in each calf. On the front shin. He's got 2 shin blades. Shin Godzilla blades. So give me your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this, let me know so I can find more stuff like this to bring to you guys. Otherwise, until next time, my little hunters, you should have stayed awake.